You know what? I really think you should join us for the extreme run if you want that mount.
You got this. Come on. Come on.
I got faith in you, Jose.
Me too.
I'm actually just like
this.
There's only one thing I truly think might be an issue, and that's literally the giant ad phase where you have the frickin' you have to pay attention like where the safe zone is ultimately whenever all the stuff happens. And where like getting knocked into it without going over the edge or getting crushed or whatever. And then after you're in the, we're not really getting the safe zone, but like getting pushed far, to where we can break our tethers, and then moving yourself in the safe zone. I think that's the only thing that might be an issue, honestly. But even then, if something goes awry, I'm very much on my A game with that section. Like, I know where I'm going to need to be for my safe zone. So, if somehow multiple people die because of shenanigans, I have an LB3. I have an LB3, I've had to use it a couple of times. And almost used it as well a few times, I believe. Yeah, but we've gotten past it. It's not too bad, really. This comes from somebody who practiced the Tanya a whole bunch before we even started doing it. Like, you don't understand, Harry. Anytime I did a trial roulette and we got Cape West Wind, which is literally the biggest joke of a trial ever. Anytime that popped up, I would be like, screw this nonsense. I need something to entertain myself with. So I would just go into my duty roulette, go over the trials for Shadowbringers, go down to Dancing... Well, I mean, it's already on Dancing Plague pretty much at that point. And then queue myself up for it. Which Dancing Plague is that fight.
I'm like a high-level noob on this game. Because I grind hard, but everything's in kanji. So it's hard to tell.
You know what?
What
yeah,
some
I'm
of
lazy.
these menus are at times.
I'm lazy. I'm gonna fix something to eat before I watch, though, in earnest.
Alright.
Oh, you used a broadcast. Perfect. Also, Jose, since I'm doing my crafting, I'm not restricted to doing crafting as opposed to roulettes.
I'm invisible, but I sent you guys an invite to it.
Anyway.
And then my YouTube channel is the same as my gamer tag for this account.
I'm gonna fix something to eat really quickly.
Oh, it's a doggy. What's that doggy? Look at this dude. Nice hair, dude. Also, there's like no censorship on this game, or just about. Damn, where'd you guys ride? How difficult is it on? Yeesh. OP ass. We're only like 6 people. Alright, carry me, senpai. Oh, I know where it is. I gotta switch my subclass to something higher. And then I should be able to enter a higher difficulty. This gotta be like difficult. Ow. There's no way to treat a lolly. This is a 12-man raid, but it's one of the easier ones. In fact, I'm not even doing it the hardest.
Broadcast. No, what happened to it? I mean,
it should still be up.
It said it wasn't there though.
Check your notifications. I think you'll have one on that. Otherwise, you gotta open your browser and go to YouTube.
No, I was opening it from the party itself.
Oh, you won't be able to see it from the party because I'm invisible. I think.
No, I mean, I opened it up right here.
Oh.
And it's saying broadcast is not in progress. So.
Yeah, it is. You may have to give it a minute.
I gave it more than a minute because I went away to fix food.
What? I promise I'm broadcasting. I promise. Well, yeah, you can go to my channel, Wafflewolfx.
Okay, I'm doing this the lazy way. You guys are coming with me. You guys come with me. I'm not doing this on PlayStation. Screw this nonsense. Okay, gives me an excuse to let my phone charge. But yeah, so glad I got that to level 80 though. All those classes. Jeez Louise.
Let's see if we got anything good. Nope.
What? Why is that a thing that shows up on Google? What are you doing? I go type in Waffle Wolf and it shows Waffle Wolf Boar. What? No,
so
it's a Waffle Wolf
cat.
Boar.
A what?
No, I just love that suggestion. I'm like, why are you showing me this?
Oh. What have you been looking up? I guess.
Not what Google thinks, apparently. Google's being crazy right now. I hate you. No, I'm not watching this.
Oh, come on.
That's a load of garbage. I want to play.
Don't worry, in December, we'll be able to have this game in the English PlayStation Store.
I was supposed to have this so many years ago.
Right. This is PSO2. Fantasy Star Online 2.
Absolute bastard. I don't even care if people can hear me saying this.
December
Guess what?
31st, unless they push it back. That's when we'll have it. It's technically... It's cross-platform is... Right now I think it's on the Switch, PS Vita, PC, and Xbox. And it's free, and it's gonna be free when we get it. Presumably.
See,
And it's cross-platform. Wafflewolfx. One word.
I found it.
X. Wafflewolfx. Because the X makes it sound cute.
I'm sorry, Sega. I don't know if you can hear this. I'm still disappointed in you. so much.
Because you can also look at my older games that I've tried out. Normally, the first day a game comes out, or the first time I try it out, I usually post something on it, like some commentary and stuff. And the games usually I've played previously on PC, and then came over to PlayStation. Like, let's say, Terra, I played that. Diablo, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. I played, what was the game? Anthem? When I first know I played that. That game died out so fast. I can't believe it. December 31st. Yeah, you can also, it's also cross progress, like you can transfer your data back and forth. Online, that's what I heard.
I don't know, I don't really care. I'm still mad at Sega.
Right. Fair. No.
I'm sorry,
it's the
but
Japanese version of the game though, which is on episode 6, and the English version of the game, which is only up to episode 3 at the moment. Because I guess they're ahead.
That was supposed to be released way back when.
Right, this game has been out since 2012.
Sega specifically was like, we will localize it way back when, and then they didn't do it whatsoever.
Right.
Still have plenty of salt for it. I'm sorry, but you don't let that happen, and I'm not going to forget that.
No, I don't have too many moves for this class. Well, this class, the bouncer is a hybrid, so I can actually use magic. I do have a whole bunch of spells, but it also has... Oh, nice. Right. Yeah, Bravery's good.
Oh.
You can also have classes as a sub. Oh, nice. Bouncer's really good. Right. So Bouncer is just really well balanced. You can pretty much do everything. You can do range and melee, DPS. You can heal, support, you name it. You can move. It's got mobility. You can move like double. You can double jump. I think it's the only class that can double jump. You can fly. Yeah, it's just really well balanced. Okay, so rarity, the way it works in this game, yellow drops are magical weapons and armor. Blue drops are range weapons, and orange drops are melee weapons. And then red drops are like rare drops. And then purple drops are armor. Which this stuff I doubt is gonna be better than what I have, but you can always feed it to your
mag.
Right. Right. I kind of messed up my mag a little bit, so it doesn't look cool, even though I think you can buy skins for your mag. See, my mag looks right. That's a good idea, because Dex works for all 3 of your classes, damage types, because it basically adjusts your crit chance, crit damage, and from what I've read online, it also affects the enemy's crit. The higher your crit, the less crit they can do on you. Less chance that they can crit on you. That's what I've read online anyways. I don't know the validity of that. Okay,
I don't know if I will have the same, but...
so here you can...
I know exactly how I'm going to be playing whenever I finally get a chance to play it.
You will.
Still have plenty of malice.
Since right now it's region locks, I can't share play, so I can't, like, let's say, lend you a controller.
Oh, I wouldn't want the controller. I'd be too salty to play.
It's very
vexing
that everything's in kanji. So, but once we get it, it'll
Are you
be
sure?
better. Like,
wait, is it kanji or is it katakana by chance?
Katakana?
I was about to say, I believe katakana is, like, it's either hiragana or katakana. It's the
whichever is the one that's more common in Japan.
I want to say katakana is the common one, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Because kanji is like a much older one.
Kanji is like the most complex. I won't say complex,
Yeah,
but
something like that.
it's the biggest dialect, oldest dialect, because it's derived from China, and
Yeah,
then
like I said,
the other two dialects are like more modern,
I'm pretty
more
sure katakana is
commonly
the
used.
one that.
See where I messed up my mag? Because I put one level on strength, um, and then I put 60 on mage, on magic. I forget what they call it, tech, quote unquote.
Tech, yeah. Technic if it's like the magic offense,
Right. And
unless
then I
they've
put
changed.
121 on dex. Because I couldn't decide at first, because since this class what is kind of like a versatile, like a mixture between magic and melee, I wasn't sure if I wanted. I don't know, I messed it up.
Well, here's the thing: couldn't you potentially get more mags
Yeah, you could.
and just raise new ones? I was about to say, so it's not really that bad of a
could.
deal at the end of the day.
Plus, let's say you can't trade them between characters, but I think you can
Obviously.
make 3 characters from.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can make
Per
a new
server?
mag if you needed to, honestly.
Yeah, you could. It's supposed to be difficult to do, so for that I'll wait until we get our version of it on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what I'd probably say.
'Cause I
just
think
know
you need a
whenever.
rare currency that you would normally pay like a couple dollars for it. I think
Oh,
something like $2,
oh, they,
$3.
they decided to make that stuff a
Right.
freaking cash
I
grab.
mean,
That's cute.
there's probably a way to like earn the rare currencies in the game, but I haven't delved that much into it yet. So
I don't know enough about PSO2. I just know the original PSO, which you could actually just get mags like.
right,
As
I played the old
dropsies and
school one.
whatnot. And then Fantasy Star Zero, you could use photon drops, I believe, to purchase mags as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. See this thing right here, this icon. Well, there's probably a 10 to 20-second interval between the broadcast and what the viewer sees, but yeah, this thing on the ground that a player can place lets you like join the parties. You click on it, you can join the parties. So it's a quick way to. Oh, if you see there's a party up in the menus, you can also join that way.
Yeah, I'll just play with friends though. I don't want to sound antisocial, but let's be real. I don't.
Right.
I'll play with who I want to play with, and I'm playing with people I'm comfortable with.
Like sometimes I do pick up randoms. Like I'll join a randoms, because the more people in your party, the better your drop rate, and XP, and gold income. But
Meseta.
Right, Meseta. But the thing is, with randoms, if someone else is leader, let's say they could queue the next fight right away, and you'll miss out on your drops. Because sometimes they don't wait. Because let's say, because at least to start out, you get 50 inventory space. Even though you can, let's see if I can show you. You also get 200 storage space that's shared, 300 space that's not shared, and then you can get additional space for storage. Oh yeah, and from your inventory you can send stuff to your storage right away, but your actual inventory you only get like 50 spaces to play with. I don't know if there's a way to like make that higher.
That's good.
They give you a lot of drops. Like if you're a hoarder like me, and they give you a lot of drops at one time.
There might be a way to get more space, but I don't know for sure. Like I know.
I'm sure there is.
Well, I mean, it might be possible. I don't know for sure, but I know like in Fantasy Star Zero, you could actually like by doing like questing or whatever, you could actually get extra inventory space.
So let me see. You can also play with keyboard and mouse, but I don't. I just use the controller.
I always use a controller.
There's classes and subclasses, but if your stats are high enough, you can pretty much use any weapon and any abilities that would go towards that type of weapon.
I don't need everything in the world. I would be more focused on what I use.
and then if you have multiple characters in the same server, they can actually, you can share storage with them.
Yeah.
The top storage you can
sense.
share with them, so you can trade stuff between them.
The real question, though, is there a limit to what you can exchange between characters? Because I know some of the games you can only go... Like, Phantasy Star Portable 2, you could only trade... Like, you can only, like, do stuff up to, like, I believe it was C rank or A rank? I can't recall exactly. So it was either 6 to 9... Like, somewhere in 6 to 9 star range you could, like, cap on or whatever for trading. Oh,
and then, photon energy, that's PP, photon power, or photon points. That's like your mana, your ether.
Yep.
It recharges over time, but you get a basic skill that when you use it, it recharges it faster.
I'm mildly curious if your race actually affects that. Because it did in
I believe so. I think so.
Because, like, I know in Phantasy Star Portable 2, it's a percentage of your photon points that you had, and then depending on what race you were, like, it would modify a little bit more. Like, I know freaking Cast, they had, like they have really small photon point pools, but they reach it really fast.
So let's say, if you tap a spell, it'll be, like, single target, but if you hold it down, and charge it, it'll be like multi-target, so it's pretty useful.
Yeah.
So you can like buff and heal your teammates.
That's I mean, now okay, it's quiz time. What are those called? Actually, I think they took Gel and Silver away from freaking debuffs and stuff. Like in the sense of like techniques that you could get.
There's attack, and defense up. In this right here, it's a like it removes status effects. Single target, or you can like hold it.
But do you know the name of these skills though?
I don't recall.
On the English.
I have a sheet somewhere with the names, but I don't recall off the top of my head.
If it works the way I think it should, Resta is your health recovery spell. Anti should be a status cure. Shifta is your damage up. V-Band is your defensive up.
Oh, you're good. Have you been playing this? You good. Gotta have really good memory.
I played Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Zero, Phantasy Star Universe, Ambition Luminous, Phantasy Star Portable 1, Phantasy Star Portable 2. I would have played Phantasy Star Portable 2 Infinity if Sega ever localized it, but, you know.
Also, if you hold down circle, you can pretty much auto pick up anything that you need. So long as your inventory is not full, that is.
I don't know if I don't think I'd want to do that, personally.
See, like, partly I queued it already, so the next one, so I missed out on those drops. Even though it's shitty drops, but...
Correct me if I'm wrong, your mag was maxed, right? Like, stat-wise,
not quite.
Okay, so you can still feed it more and get more stats?
I could. There are ways to, like, fix your mag. Although it's easier just to get a new one. Like, to drop their skills, reset their skills, and change their look.
Wait, is it 43%? Is that, like, your capacity for the stats, or...?
That's just how much energy he has. Every time you feed your mag, every time, like, you know, he
the
starves.
Synchronization.
Right, and then the percentage will go down, see?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about, because I figured it'd be something similar to that, if it wasn't, like, the capacity.
When he has energy, he'll use, like, skills. And you give it energy by feeding it something. Every 33%, every time you feed it something, he gains 33% energy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how much you can feed it for. So let's say if it's at 0%, you can feed it 3 times till his energy goes down.
Mind you, that's probably ultimately just to keep you from being able to just quickly like grind your stats. To be fair,
right? And it's in real time. So let's say I turn off the game. When I come back, he'll be ready to be fed again.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like. I was pretty sure it might have just been that as well, potentially. I knew it was gonna be something like that, or they had Synchro, which affected like your photon blast or whatever.
Right.
So I was like, it's gonna be one of the 3 things. I'm assuming the mag. I assume the max level is 200. Then now that I actually looked at more.
As far as I know, I believe so. It should be 200.
Okay, so you could actually raise the stats further then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was only asking that though because
most people do go for a pure mag. Which, let's say, that's when you go all dex, all tech, all strength or whatever they call it.
I don't know if I go pure, but I'd probably like I'd have to do a lot of really in-depth analysis and just
Well, let's say you could go yeah, your best DPS if you go your main stat, if you go 200, like 200 on your main stat, or you could go half and half. Let's say you could go 100 tech, 100 dex, or 100 strength, 100 dex.
No, I mean, here's the thing. If I'm playing it, I'm going to be playing a healing, support, magic, like that kind of it. I'm going to be focused more on the range. I won't be anything physical, so.
Oh, okay.
But at least for the what I'll play the most. So I feel like I don't really need... I know for sure that I obviously don't need as much, but...
And then your class, as you level up, will have stats. Those stats will go up, and then your subclass can go up to 95 too, I think. I don't know if it's a nerf when it's set as a subclass. Yeah, and the max level, as far as I know on this, is 95.
Yeah, I wouldn't know for sure, honestly, because I haven't played it. I'd have to do a lot of... Whenever it finally releases, I'd have to mess around with it quite a bit.
It's pretty much skins for everything, and like emotes, a whole bunch of stuff. I just haven't... There's a player shop where you can buy and sell stuff, but I messed up my code, and I feel like it'd be a pain in the ass to get them to send me a new code. So I'm just gonna wait till we get our version.
Yeah, honestly, I keep bashing Sega, I know, but they really kind of questionable anymore. Because I know somebody at Discord where they actually try to get assistance with this stuff, and Sega just kind of was like...
Now, don't quote me on it, but I think Microsoft bought Sega.
With regards to that, Microsoft did they took it upon themselves to do the translation in that, which is why I know for sure that's why they haven't stopped that.
Right, okay.
I don't know. I don't think they really bought it out per se. I would say somebody in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, but honestly, that's as far as I'm aware. I know at least not the translation for the England.
But yeah, I'm still pretty new at the game. And this version of the game, it's just, so my gear's kinda ass, it's not fully upgraded yet. So I'm a little squishy. My damage is not on point yet.
I'm kinda curious actually, something. With regards to those buff skills, is it only the damage or do they affect your accuracy evasion as well?
Good question, I'm not sure. I want to say just attack.
It's just that? Okay. I've been
As far
wondering
as
about
I
that
know.
one. Yeah, because that would be...
Now...
Yeah.
Now, since I'm not there's also consumables that do the same. Let's say if you're not a mage class, you can use those. And you just put them on your hotbar.
Probably
what's I gonna tell you?
That's not this game.
What's I gonna tell you? Yeah, this like the spell versions, and then like this right here, like I just don't use it. I need my inventory space, but yeah, like the consumable versions of the spells is like Cure 3 basically, essentially.
Resta.
Right, Resta. See, attack.
But yeah,
defense,
I was only wondering because in the original Advanced Star Online, it was just like your physical attack and your physical defense that was affected by those.
Right.
And then whenever it branched off into they had the Advanced Star Universe, they had the Shifta and the Deband, of course, those are still functionally the same. But they also added a couple of other buffs in there.
Right. Oh, when
that
you
affected your accuracy evasion and then like mind and technic, I believe. Or something like that. Yeah, mind technic. And then eventually in Phanstar Portable 1 is the same way. Phanstar Portable 2, however, they actually made it to where the accuracy evasion would be affected by the shift, like Your accuracy would be on the shift as well, evasion would be on the band, and then the technical and mental stuff would also be applied to those. So I didn't know if they by chance kept that or not. Or if they went back old school.
What do you call these? Rapparees? See, I got... This is for the summoner class, basically, although you can sub it. You get like a whole bunch of pets you can level up. You can feed them other pets, which is kind of like cannibalism. And you equip them with cookies to up their stats further. You equip them with cookies, with sweets. And then, just like the classes, there's some... Here, I'll show you. Just like the classes, there's some range class pets, mage types, and melee types. Okay, and this too lets you set your class. And you can see what each class is, what weapon each class is particularly good with. Technically, every class in the game can use the gunblade. So I'm assuming it's like average, mediocre. It's not like over the top. I mean,
they've always had things where like they could go with multiple class types or whatever. So
right.
I mean, let's be real. Like certain weapon types could be. I remember back in PSO whenever there was a couple of like double blades you could use even on a on a force character humorously.
Right.
Quite comical to say the least.
Okay, so let's see. This is.
I mean, like
this guy uses like a heavy blade. The Braver, is it? Uses a heavy blade, fist, spear, and the gun blade. And this one, which is like twin blades, I guess, like daggers. You'll use like daggers, a stack, which is sort of like a double-headed spear, you could say. And that looks like fist and gun blade. And then this like heavy gunner, twin guns and heavy gunner. Heavy gunner is really OP.
The mech guns are hilarious.
Right. You can use Uzis, which are like, or is that assault rifle? Assault rifle and big heavy guns.
Well, when you're saying the Uzi, you're thinking of the mech guns humorously.
Right, like.
And I love how aerodynamic they are in PSO2. It's hilarious. Like,
yeah,
if you
really
put mech guns, you're pretty much in the air most of the time. If you're not in the air, something's up, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a very evasive class. I hear squishy, but it is very evasive. So you really shouldn't be getting hit on a range class anyways. Much.
I mean, I know when I was playing with my range stuff, like, I had my twin handguns, and oh boy, it was lots of fun. It's like, if I get hit, it's gonna hurt.
I think this one's your black mage, and this one's your white mage. Or vice versa, I always get them confused. Because, you know, it's in kanji.
That's so weird, because generally force users have always been, like, universal, like, being able to use any kind of spells.
Right. But yeah, they divide it into two different classes. They both...
Huh? It does not. That's the worst thing about the game.
And then the ranger class is sort of like a samurai, because he can use not only bows, he can use katanas. He's really good with katanas, but bows still a good class.
Just give me my Psycho one. That's all I need.
Right. And this
give me my Psycho one. Give me my Resta and stuff.
Right. Bouncer is good with twin swords and shoes. You kick stuff. And you can like fly and jump. And this is the summoner class. It's pretty much only good for that class. Even though you can sort of use
I'm gonna assume with the offensive techniques, like I'm gonna assume like Fwa becomes Raw Fwa, Barda becomes Raw Barda, yada yada.
And these three are advanced classes, which I have not unlocked yet. And advanced classes don't use a subclass. You cannot equip them as a subclass or have a subclass.
I don't need one of those.
I haven't.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm sure they're awesome, but I've yet to unlock them. So
I know exactly what I'm gonna be doing when I get in there for the most part. Like
when you can set loadouts. You can
There'll
set
be enough
loadouts.
elements that will be similar that I'm sure it'll be fine for me. I'll be able to get right where I want to be really quickly.
Well, I'll show you. Let me see. So it's a lot of different characters that can give you. So this icon right here is your vault. You can access it anywhere that you see this icon, like in the camp ship or in your room. And this right here is a player shop. From here but see, it asks you for a four number digit, which I don't remember. I would have to and from there you can buy and sell stuff. It's the auction house basically for the game.
Yeah.
So that green elevator right there lets you Twitch channels, I think it was, and also goes to your. These are channels, and you can see how busy they are. It's probably a little delayed from your end. And then I think this one right up here is for your room.
It's no biggie. I'm fairly familiar with pretty much everything. It's not too much different from.
Okay, so there's quest people over there. This chick right here. Coffee, she gives you your classes and subclass quests, amongst other types of quests. And then she also gives you like your daily and weekly bounties that you can do, which do have an expiration date, most of them. And it unlocks higher difficulties. For the most part, you just gotta level up your classes and subclasses to enter higher difficulties. Which reminds me, let me set a higher subclass, so I'll be able to do the higher difficulty stuff. No, let's do.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be perfectly fine. I mean, let's be real. If I can get through max attack cross 4 on Master Portable 2 at like level 150 something, I think I'll be fine with this.
And the most quests you can get from this chick. And then depending on your level, you can unlock higher difficulties. Going to the higher difficulties. From here you can enter on your own. Or from here you can see who's in there in a party already. Let's see, and what was this one? I'll show you what that one was. This is just enter on our own. People. Let's see, all chat, Vicinity chat, party, guild, whisper. I don't know what these last ones are. So I don't mess with those. Okay, from here you can buy and sell stuff from your inventory and your vault. And in the first tab you can buy consumables too, which I never carry. But at the very least you want this consumable right here. It lets you revive your teammates if they're in the vicinity of where you pop it. So you, at the very least, you want that item. Vault. You can, let's see, I can show you stuff I have. A whole bunch of crap. A lot of it I'm gonna get rid of because let's say they give you a lot of stuff, but you can feed it to your weapon to make it stronger, or you can sell it for the materials that you need to upgrade, or dismantle it for stuff. Now where? I also have costumes that I've gotten from running stuff on events. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm kind of full at the moment, but let's see. Okay, there I can equip my weapon, which is the first slot. The abilities for the weapon in the other slots. Your skin, your armor basically looks like this, kinda. And you can choose to when I have missing pieces. Did I sell something? Oh no, I might have sold something. Anyways, And then you get rings and you equip here with abilities, but I don't know how to get those yet. See, I can be a little, and look, my mag looks different too. I can be a little, what do you call these, rapperies? That's what I call them. And then I haven't quite figured out how to equip weapon skins yet, but I will. I think I know where to go for that. See? Kawaii. Kawaii. I think people are running the... Oh no, there are people in here. In fact, I think they're in. Let's go. Must be like the
I'll
final
say this right now,
boss
you'll never
now.
catch me being a rappy.
Yep. Yeah, on occasion, let me see, there's 12-man dungeons that are up every the whole day. There's ones that switch daily and ones that switch hourly on the hour, more or less, or certain times of the day. And then like they have like a schedule, they alternate them monthly. Yeah, these dudes are probably, I guess I was digging around, I think they're all the way at the final boss already. Oh, I made it just in time. You don't even gotta attack you, I think you get everything so long as you're in the room.
Don't be lazy, fight.
Right. I was absent-minded. Just then. Okay, didn't get anything. Damn it. It's alright, I don't like leeching. I like putting it away. It's team effort. Not a carry.
I'll say you're not carrying with me around.
Right.
I'll make sure you get smacked, and I won't heal you unless you fight.
Good.
Still annoyed they took Jelen's lure away. That's ugh.
Okay.
That was always kind of comical to use, like in old PSO.
Oh.
Back in PSO, you could go into ultimate difficulty and just Jelen everything, and it would just tickle at most.
Yeah, from this console you can also queue quests, so you don't even have to like go to a check. And from this thing, if you're like in a quest that doesn't need that many people, that's more open world, or only has like 4 to 6 people in it, you can right now I can't, but you can you click this and then there's NPCs that you can summon, which I suspect are other people's characters, but you can summon them as NPC and they'll help you clear the dungeon that you're running. So
I don't know. I mean, they generally have an NPC like there are some, like, you actually can have like actual NPCs that are like game made, or like, you know, in game or whatever, not like character made.
And then the certain dungeons, they'll be they'll alternate the buffs on them, like they'll be XP boosted, or Meseta boosted, or drop rate. The boss will get stronger, but the drops will also be better. So
I just need to drop boost and find my Psycho wand.
And these right here, they're boosted towards like hobbies. Like if you're gathering or fishing, they'll be boosted towards that as far as drops. But yeah, there's a ton of dungeons in this game.
I mean, wouldn't be surprised.
And then you can like and it'll change a lot depending on the difficulty that you set her on.
I should actually be paying attention a little bit more. Just sitting here like running my mouth.
Right, no, I mean, A lot of this stuff, I'm sure you would you would catch right away. You're pretty smart. So
yeah, like
really...
I could literally like if you had like weapons that are like relatively, you know, they've been throughout the franchise or whatnot, I could name them just by seeing them pretty much, most likely. I don't need a translation. I know my weapons.
Yeah, top dungeons, like basically the 12-man dungeons, people run them pretty often. They usually boost it. You just run them back to back, and you'll level up pretty fast. But yeah, later on, upgrading your like strongest weapons, it gets pretty costly.
Don't even talk to me about costly.
So, you do have to run some stuff for like gold for Meseta.
I'll show you costly.
Because when you say you're upgrading your armor, past level 5 or 6, armor goes up to +10. Past level 5 or 6 though, you have a decent chance at failing, and your armor can actually downgrade. So you have to keep at it to get it to +10. And there are items that you can add to the mix that enhance your success rate, but I don't remember how you get those.
Yeah, well, how about you try this? Upgrading your stuff only to have it break on you entirely.
Right, that'd be awful. I don't think it goes that far in this game. I hope.
Yeah, you're lucky.
You're lucky. Downgraded.
Because I do believe, if I recall correctly, Phantasy Star Universe actually had that system where if you were upgrading your stuff and whatnot, and it failed, you just lost it, broke or something like that, I think. Yeah. It's been a little while since I played it.
Perks of being in a party, is you get like better drops, more Meseta, more XP, but you know the leader could like just cheer back to back because they want to run out a whole bunch, so you might miss out on your drops.
Hence why, like I said, I'll only go with people I know.
Right. Either solo. Yeah, you can go into a solo. Like, there'll still be other players, but you won't be in a party.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That way you can run things at your own pace.
That is at least a little bit different from what I'm used to, that you can have other people there even if you're not together.
Right.
Because in all the other games, it was more or less you were together, you were playing. Like, if there were other people there, you will. But I can live with that, it won't kill me at all. This means whenever I make my Alicia look nice in the game, oh baby, everybody see it. If I see somebody die, I can raise them, maybe. But, I don't know, like, you could do that before. I don't know if you could do it in PSO2.
I want to say there's a rebuy spell, but I don't have it. But don't quote me on that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
this right here, though, this little cross on my hotbar is a consumable that lets you revive party members. So at the very least, it's the one consumable you want to have, or maybe like a cure 3. Welcome back.
Wait, what was the consumable? Sorry, what does it do?
This one cures you and your teammates, whoever's nearby, and this one revives your teammates.
Okay, the one that cures the status should be a soul atomizer. The one that revives people should be a moon atomizer.
That's right. That's right.
Unless they've changed the names on them.
And then they have.
Okay, thank you.
Cure 1, 2, and 3 also, which are single target. I don't know if it's called Resta, like the spell, but...
No, Resta is just a healing spell. The single one, like the smaller one is a monomate. The one that's like the second level up is a dimate, and the full one is a trimate.
Ooh.
Heck if I know. I've never played the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Why was it only Dimate and Trimate? Why did it do Monomate? Well, I guess the last one is Mono.
Yes, that's pretty good.
It's one on its own.
And then you
But
find
yeah, it's easy to remember the
little-
name for that because if you so obviously like the 1, 2, 3 dots. Mono is 1, Die is 2, Tri is 3.
Right. So this little disc, they're ability discs. When you find them, that's how you get your abilities. You pop it, you learn it, till you find the higher version. Right.
Now, okay, I've already forgotten this one.
Wait,
do you have
easiest
to
way?
get higher?
Easiest way to level up your dex for your mag, feed a disc. Any ability disc gives you the same amount of dex, and only dex. So it's really easy to level up. Sorry, go on.
Do you level up skills via just using them, or do you have to get higher level discs?
Yeah, of that skill.
Okay, so it's you have to get higher level discs then.
Right. So once
Just
you
wanna
learn
make
it, you just gotta find the higher version of that one.
Good old original days. Thank you. I actually enjoyed those days. Not really.
See how it goes up by 33%.
I still need in PSO. I still need level 30 Jellin, and I think it was Jellin, Shifta, and there's a couple of offensive ones I never got to 30. They're like in the 27, 28, 29 range. A lot of those.
Oh, they're in already. I better hoof it.
Mind you, if I had Jellin at 30, that'd be the absolute like most comical thing. Because my Jellin's at like 28, I believe. And so that extra little bit of debuff would be so hilarious with the Bane. Like to give an idea, in Ultimate mode, anything that's around like caves or lower, which is like halfway in episode 1, anything caves or below can potentially like do so little damage it might not even like I might just like block it. And it's like wow. I think it's pretty good.
I'm slacking, I just want to show you something. These are the classes, the abilities that you can get for the bouncer. This is essentially your ultimate ability, which I think you get from having a mag equipped. And this is your regular hit, and these are like the spells that you can get, which I'm sure
that's probably
even though I'm still missing a whole bunch, but I'm great for them. But yeah.
At least status here should be anti. I think. I want to say you need a high enough level anti to revive back in PSO. I can't remember. I've never really played multiplayer enough to remember.
No. If I had another weapon equipped currently, then you'd be able to see other abilities that I could equip for that weapon.
It's alright. The only thing you'll see me doing is just healing, buffing, and then whenever everybody's fine and dandy, here's a few raw flaws. Oh, you're resistant to raw flaw? Okay. Razan, Rabarda, etc. And if nothing works, I'll probably have something on the side. Maybe a slice. Important magic. Attack stuff that's not elemental.
Yeah, as far as I know, so long as your stats are high enough, you can use any weapon in the game.
Nah, I'm not worried about having every weapon.
So the weapons don't go by level per se, so long as your basic stat is high enough, you can equip it.
Yep, they've had that requirements in the past before, so it's nothing new.
Yeah, you can push that up by other than leveling. You can just by upgrading weapons and armor will push up your stat, and upgrading your mag.
Yeah, it's funny because back in PSO, if you could like trade stuff pretty easily on there and whatnot.
Right.
You could actually have like a mag that's nicely set up on there, and then have the stat boosting materials and whatnot. You could get your stats high enough to actually start equipping stuff you shouldn't be able to equip at level 1 if you did it all correctly.
Right.
And it's quite hilarious. Here I am level 1 with a weapon that came from like very hard or maybe even a low-end weapon on ultimate difficulty. Like,
As you can see, there are a couple ads when you zone in and out. into the loading screen, but they're PSO related, like all upcoming events and stuff like that. So. They're very cute. The next one. I should have sold some stuff. It's alright. I'm not gonna get anything better per se in this particular dungeon. Yeah,
I really need to see if.
Because you gotta have one of each. Unfortunately, I gotta watch out for the pedos, but yeah, my little lolly is kawaii. Even though I don't have any cool skins or outfits for her, but if I don't have access to a player shop at the moment. Normally they give you free tickets that let you use the player shop from your daily login sometimes, but
I'm assuming it's Photon Drop probably, right? That you would use for stuff, or... No, it's not Photon Drop for that?
right. Just missed that.
Oh, okay. No, I think it was something else. I didn't realize we were talking about the player shop.
You can even buy stuff that certain players have been playing for a while, and you can buy upgraded stuff.
It's kind of cutting those. Well, no, like I said, I didn't really, I wasn't sure because it's also kind of thing out a little bit, so I didn't really catch. I wasn't sure exactly what shops you were even talking about to begin with.
Yeah, I should play Samurai. Ranger. That's what it's actually called, Ranger.
Wait, what about Ranger? Sorry.
Because it's, I just switched to it because it's really fun. Especially if you're using a katana, it's really fun.
Wait,
both
Ranger? Ranger should be like rifles and guns and whatnot.
You would think, right? No, you can use a bow, which also comes in crossbows, and you can use katana. So I guess it's sort of like a samurai.
That's really weird because Ranger's always been a gunning class ever since the original, all that to more recent times.
I think Ranger might be able to use ranged classes, ranged weapons like guns, like twin guns, assault rifle.
Ranger's always been you have rifles, laser guns, like that.
Not particularly good with heavy gun, but
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, I think you're mixing up translation. Yeah.
Which is the one with the bow then? Braver? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew for a fact you were probably on translation or maybe something like that. Ranger's always been
then which is the one with the big sword, with the two-handed sword? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say Hunter or something similar.
Right.
And I was about to say, generally, really Hunter.
I should run a different dungeon, although I don't know if anyone else is running the other at 12 minutes at the moment.
I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to be picking up a whole bunch of stuff once I get my mag set up. I don't want my inventory filled with junk.
Right. Pretty much, I would recommend only pick up red items. Red are basically like rare drops. they'll be like level 10 star or higher.
I love how you're just telling me this. I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
Not trying to
okay.
sound like, you know, but like I have so much like knowledge and whatnot of the franchise.
Right.
Now the real question though, when it gets to, are there 13, 14, 15 star items by chance?
Yep, I think.
And they're
15...
rainbowy, like shiny, right?
Right. 15's
Perfect.
the max.
I was about to say, see?
See?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm referring to ultimately. Like, I don't know how they do it in this, but I know in other tiles, like, they had it all super shiny and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I have a lovely story regarding the original PSO. I have a really good friend who I played PSO with back then. And let's just say my Phonowarl had some very interesting red hair. Alright?
Oh, look, this is a gunblade.
And,
So
you can tell where this
switch
is going, right?
This ability lets you switch it between gun.
Well, here's the
Or
thing. So
amazing.
it was red enough that she actually one time thought that there was a rare item that dropped because my hair was on the screen. She was like, a rare item! And then she looked around and she's like, it must have just been your hair or something like that. I was like, needless to say, ever since then, there's been a bit of a gag with like that red hair that my Phonowarl has. I felt so bad because she thought something rare had actually dropped. Look, I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was like, I mean, that's just, you know, my character. I mean, I'm not going to all the way I want to. How? It's not my fault she thought that was a rare item. Besides, it makes a distinct sound generally back in PSO. It makes a sound whenever you have a rare item drop. So. Or no, not PSO. I think I Phantasy Star Universe and such where it does that. PSO doesn't actually do that. I'm gonna. Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute, no. The original PSO doesn't make a sound. Yeah. Yeah, I was mixing it up. I mean, no, PSO doesn't do that, but Phantasy Star Universe, where they like start making like a noise when it shines so.
Which is the one with the cards? Remember this one that's like a card game?
I don't know. I've only ever played the RPGs themselves, like PSO, Phantasy Star Zero, Phantasy Star Universe, Mission Luminous. Phantasy Star Portable 1 and 2, I would have played Infinity, but that never got localized. Right. I never played any of the old ones, where a lot of the namesakes come from.
Yeah, I played the old school one.
That's the thing. Alright, here.
Check like the first. That part could have it somewhere, although I don't know if they have servers. Let's do it.
Yeah, when this finally releases globally, you know, at least over here in the West.
Well, from what I've read online, December 31st is when we get it.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not here yet until it gets on PlayStation.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned.
Assuming they don't push it back, and assuming they don't put it on PS5.
As far as I'm concerned, they better not.
Right. No, I heard.
Sega's on my bad list already.
Right. I heard PS4, but you never know.
There's no reason for them not to on PS4. That'd be
right.
Cool.
See, I think they'll put it on both.
I mean, that's
right.
Well, at the end of the day, I don't care if it's on both, but they better have it on PS4. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be like, Sega, I'm done with you.
Like, I specifically made a Japanese account just so I could play this game.
Yeah.
I have deep love for this game.
I love the game too, but I'm not gonna make a JP account for that. No, Sega, you said you localized it back then.
It was a pain in the ass making a Sega ID. In kanji.
Katakana, most likely.
Yeah.
Again, I would say if there's anybody in the chat that can actually verify that one, I'd be like, right ahead. Wow.
Ooh, snap.
That's actually not have to have an idea. Y'all oh, part of me wants to say don't update it because if you do update it, you might not be able to do some cheese. But at the same time, I don't need a cheese. I was able to get this. Like I want to say that they actually updated it to where you couldn't like glitch into you could still humorously glitch like at Tefra Cave or whatever. You could still glitch yourself into the really high level, like level 90-ish area that's like towards the end of the game and whatnot. You could still glitch yourself in there and get to like level 50 just by getting the landmarks or whatever that were inside of there.
Yeah, let's say you could pick up all those trash drops and just sell it right here real quick, so it helps you like build up your gold. You don't have to, but
I don't really think I would need Meseta to like. I wouldn't be so desperate for Meseta that I would do that, but I actually would grab stuff to.
This stuff?
I mean,
you can find this stuff as drops too. These are furnishings. The little diamond-shaped stuff that you see on the ground, you pick it up. It's like furnishings for your room. I haven't really messed with my room yet, but and this right here are like materials for upgrading your weapons and armor to 30 or past 30.
I'm assuming mono grinder, die grinder, and tri grinder possibly.
I believe so. Yes.
I mean that's what they've had before as names for those items.
Right. I think there's more, but yeah, those are.
Oh, there's even more than that. Okay, that's interesting.
Right.
Further than that. That'll be nice to see, I guess.
Right. There's what's it called?
Okay, universe did something different. I don't know what it was. I'd have to boot it up. I still have Fanstar Universe and the Ambition of Luminous expansion.
You can also lock onto the target, but I don't know. For me, it messes up. I don't know how to use it. I just don't use it.
It really depended on what I was doing, whether I locked on or not. Like I know whenever I play with like my ranged and whatnot, like the mech, in that game, maybe the mech guns, I might lock on. Depends on how I feel about it. I never really played melee. But if I was doing something like melee or casting or whatever, I probably wouldn't lock on as much. It depends on. I don't know how the charged up casting will feel.
There's also some good what do you call it? Abilities track basically. There's like aim assist. So long as your crosshair pops up on a body part, you'll hit.
Oh, well if that's the case I don't need a lock on.
No, you don't. There's definitely aim assist in this game.
Forget that. Yeah, because I mean, Fanstar Universe never had anything like that, as far as I recall. In fact, back then, you didn't even have a lock-on per se.
Right.
I don't believe or something. There was something that didn't.
Yeah, your R3, but it's a little weird. I just don't use it. I don't mess with it. I do have other abilities for the shoes, but they use up the energy that goes towards essentially what you would call your alts, which are these two things right here. This one lets you transform into like a monster. Different types of monsters that are really OP for a certain amount of time, and this one just lets you do a really strong move once it's charged. Okay, certain abilities build up that energy, that ability, enough energy that you can use that ability, and then certain abilities use up that energy, so you have to be careful when you're using certain abilities. because you definitely want to build up your ult. It hits really hard, like crazy hard. That's furnishing, and the red ones are it's rare material, but it could be a rare weapon too, like an unidentified weapon. They do have unidentified weapons. Drop it like it's hot, and then here I think you can get a buff as far as any customer said. I think there's an XP boost right here. This thing. I see people use it a lot, and I think it lasts only for the duration of one run, if I'm not mistaken. And then these, I just keep them because I feed them to my mag. I'm pretty sure I have most of these learned already. You can also, like, let's say, put them on your box and pick it up on an alt, but they're not hard to get. You just run crap and you get what you need. Pretty much. So long as you're playing, you'll get what you need. Slow energy. I can figure it out. He is. What level's my mag? Even though I messed up his looks, because I fed him like 3 different skills. Normally, you only want to feed him 1 skill or maybe 2, which will affect what he'll transform into. He is 183 out of 200. I don't know. I think 200 is the max. I don't remember. So don't quote me on that. And then for characters, 95 I think is for the Japanese version of the game. I think that's the cap currently for character classes. Even for subclasses, I wonder if your subclasses get capped. There's some cool monsters in this game. Wait till you see some of these dungeons. This dude keeps queuing the same one. Although right now I think there's the one most people are running for, like Meseta and XP. Pretty much 12-man dungeons is where it's at. Technically, if you're OP enough, you can like solo or low man it. Then pretty much a lot of stuff in the game can be soloed. The lower ones you can like you can set it to a lower difficulty, or the lower ones you can like just bring NPCs to help you out in the fight. It's a really enjoyable game. I know this class seems boring, but it's very versatile. You can do a lot. And then I'm a hybrid, so like an actual tech class would be able to have better heals, better buff, better tech damage, but you can still use some. You can use all the abilities, all the same abilities. Even if it doesn't last as long or give you a stronger buff, it's still good. Still pretty clutch. Yeah, right now I'm playing on my bouncer. I do like, what's it called? Braver. I do like Braver. Bow's not bad, but I really like the katana. It's kind of awesome. It gets a lot of really good, like single target and gets a lot of crowd control skills too, a lot of AoE skills. And it's got pretty good mobility as well. Oh. Oh, there's also sets of gear. If you run certain dungeons on the highest difficulty that you can, you have a chance at rare monsters spawning and dropping certain sets of gear. And then when you have a full set, you get additional stats, like let's say more health, more HP, more like damage and stuff, like just bonus stats from having a set equipped. I'm just gonna, the highest rarity set, that's what I'm gonna upgrade. Oh, when you're looking at your armor in this game, when you're looking at your armor in this game, but when you go into the second description of it, it'll actually show you that every piece of armor will give you all three stats, defense and attack towards all three forms of damage. The ones that it displays the most is just the one that that's highest. It just happens to be the highest stat, but you'll actually... Okay, is there anything I can sell? I'll just sell these. I had to look that up because it actually doesn't tell you. But yeah. You can make your own thought bubbles. Some are quite lewd. At least for the Japanese version. I don't know for the English version of the game. Like, you can put any picture or caption on it that you want. I can't wait, I'm very excited for when we get this game. Although I think our version is gonna be behind a little bit from the Japanese version. Technically, if you were to play it on PC, you could get the Japanese version, and there's a program. I don't know if well, basically it translates everything for you, so you could play it on English. Okay, if you had all a keyboard equipped, you could like hotbar all your stuff, all your spells to it. Instead of having to scroll with it like this with your controller, and then you click your L3 to select the icon and spell that you want to use your skill. There's like a dungeon for eggs for pets. You normally get them in eggs. Okay, most of the stuff's not really worth picking up. Maybe like the ability disc or the materials, but that's about it. See if I can back out before he chooses another one. I wonder if I have any identifiable weapons. I had like a water slide for the summer, during the summer event, but it changes the decorations in the park. Damn it, I'm still in a party. How do I leave after that? Every time they get a different event, they change like this place, the way it looks. There's actually a lot of different areas. I just haven't explored all of it. Like the casino, there's a cafe. Normally the quest in the cafe is what gives you access to your rings, which are pieces of equipment that you get at some point, and they give you like additional abilities. I don't know about stat boosts, but they give you abilities. Oh, there's another floor. Let's see what's up here. Anything? Oh, there's a kitty. There's a kitty. I have too many quests at the moment. Started. Kawaii. This way you can buy and sell weapons from. This is way to tell you there's icons on top of each shop. Consumables, armor and skins. Yeah. This chick has costumes, although that's not for my class. That's for the dude. That's some ugly costumes though, except for this one. Even there's a little revealing. Maybe it's more for like the busty girl than the lollies. I do think there's trading in the game, but I don't recall. Cause see, this outfit I think my friend actually gave me when I first started the game. I think they got it from the player shop. I don't really recall how he did it. Basic ass armor. You'll get way better stuff. See? I'm on the second menu, so you can see you get is that physical, range, and tech defense. defense toward elements, and then the bottom stats for the bottom row is damage towards those types of stats. Look, beginner abilities you can buy from this dude. Level 1 anyways. And you just feed them to your mag. This is where to level up the decks. This one's got consumables. These things right here, if I am correct, you there's certain dungeons that you need these. Everyone in the party or needs these in order to unlock that dungeon and go in, which I'm assuming gives you better loot. I haven't tried them yet though. Although I think one person can also choose to pay for everyone and just use up these. But I've gotten a lot of them for free from like doing quests and stuff. And then this thing right here lets you pop a portal so you can teleport to anywhere. Teleport back from where you're at. That's what I meant. Let me see. This revolts. Buy and sell some fairly basic weapons. They're like 1 stars. And then this chick lets you identify your weapons and armor if you have identifiable ones, which I don't currently on my person. And then this girl, she's the grinder, basically lets you upgrade your weapons and armor by feeding. You feed weapons to your other weapons, and material, and also meseta. And then this chick is for your pet, basically. You can upgrade your cookies, which is basically armor for your pets, as odd as that is. What Chelsea does she last? No, Chelsea. And here you can rename your pets. You can keep them. You can also get rid of them, like put them back in the egg. So then you can feed the egg to a different pet if you want it. Or buy like XP eggs to upgrade your current pets. I gotta find where the casino is. I gotta do the quest that unlock your rings. You know, I think you can also get them from dungeons. Certain dungeons. No, Chelsea, no, she left. Oh, I need to talk to the dungeon. Ah, you see, in this one I think we're full. Except when we're full. In this one I can actually summon NPCs to help out. You have to turn down the music for the game because it's very loud. It's quite nice, but it's very loud. Yeah, Bouncer is definitely one of the easiest classes to start on. Most definitely. It's not OP, but it's well balanced. It's very versatile. Yeah, right there's your God form. I don't know what you call it. One of your ults, basically.
Completed.
Mine's not ready, we gotta charge it up a little bit. Oh no. No, bastard. They're talking in the party chat. Shelter go to bed? I guess so. You can kinda hit stuff before it's fine. I don't know how I feel about that. It's definitely advantageous, I guess, but everything's dead before it's fine. Some stuff I'll break this end up selling to Avenger. Not that good, but we use some upgrade materials. You're having really good dungeons tonight. Normally at 6 AM Eastern Time, there's a new daily dungeon. Or hourly dungeon, I guess you could say.
Completed.
It's like a schedule someone to post new temporary dungeons. Damn it. Oh. Can't run good, so this was last time.
Completed.
How close am I here now? Not bad. I'm almost 87. Almost. I got to like 70, 75 in like a couple of days when I started the game. Like a week, I want to say. Just grinding on like the 12-man dungeon. Highest difficulty that I could earn. Needless to say, I was getting wrecked. I didn't even know how to upgrade my gear. I still don't completely. There's everything to get on me. So some of it's hard to translate when you first start out. Like all the material names and such. Let's drop the stuff. So there's gotta be an easier way to drop this stuff. This is late for Chelsea, she probably went to bed. Where's Chelsea? I hear laughing, where's Chelsea? I don't think she's coming back. Ooh, an upgrade. Oh yeah.
Emergency code explosion. Completed. Emergency code explosion.
The last one after this one, I'll probably go to that. Yeah, this game's great, I love this game. I just couldn't wait any longer for us to get it. Hopefully in December we'll get our version of the game. Even though it's not gonna be cut out though. The Japanese version. Sadly. And they're like on episode 6. And then the English version's like on episode 3, I think. Oh, okay. Good.
Emergency! Code! Explosion!
I love this game. Love it. Have you done the do you even have that? The summer event? They're having the summer event? They did for a little bit. It's not always up. It's pretty fun. You like running on the beach. And you get like costumes and stuff.
Emergency! Code! Explosion!
Yeah, no, great.
Completed!
I'm always full.
Emergency!
I need like more inventory space. I'm pretty sure you can get it, but it probably takes with rare currency. Like more storage. Get out of here. Boom. I hope it makes sense for the game when we get it. I can feel it happening. There's like no censorship in the Japanese version of the game. Look at all these eggs. Oh, boxing glove. Alright. That's it for me. I think I better call it a night.